I have a bunch of unfinished projects and I'm sure that's a fact that many producers can relate to. So in this video I'm going to turn one of these projects into a new track. But here's the catch, I only have 1 hour to complete the challenge and the project gets randomly chosen by a wheel. And as you might have guessed, there's a very good reason that most of these projects are unfinished. They are truly awful. But there's more. There's also a second wheel which chooses the genre the new track has to be in, which means I have to transform the track into something completely different. And yep, there's even more, because there's also a third wheel. This wheel adds debuffs to make things even harder for myself. So enough of me yapping, let's get going and spin those wheels. So, chiptune. I've never fully made a chiptune track. I've noodled around a little bit with it because I've played some video games, obviously. Well, okay, I kinda started making music with chiptune, kinda, because it was in Mario Paint on the Super Nintendo. There's this minigame called Mario Paint Composer. And this was my journey into music as a child. This loop is obviously not the most interesting one, but I have an idea how to make this into something interesting. And off we go. Okay, the idea is that I use this techno loop as an intro and then I write a completely new track. You will see. I think this might work. Yeah, I just want to get a cool drum pattern going. Yeah, I haven't really decided which genre direction I want to go in, but I think chiptune is a very broad term. Like, you can basically turn any genre into chiptune, I think. Yeah, I think this is an okay drum loop for now. I'm definitely gonna add some stuff, more stuff to it, but I'm gonna need some bass and some melody in here so I can feel where the track is going, really. Yeah, one thing I'm definitely gonna want to do this time a little bit earlier is switching to the arrangement view, because then I have just more time to build an arrangement. Yeah, I have this rack here, which I got from a YouTube tutorial. I will link it down below. There was this guy who explained how to basically get NES sounds in Ableton stock synths. It basically just has the pulse width mapped to these buttons. Okay, and another cool trick I learned is to get a cool delay effect. You can just duplicate these and then you just halve the velocity. And now you have a pretty cool chiptune delay without adding a delay. That's pretty neat. Okay, we need more. I definitely want to have some pad in here. The last note sucked a little bit, but I think the overall vibe is pretty neat. I think this might need another arpeggio somewhere in the higher regions. What else can I do to the drums? I think the drums need a little bit more energy, maybe some perks. Yeah, I think this is a good starting point for the arrangement, and I already wasted 22 minutes somehow. I didn't even notice. So, so much for I'm gonna go quickly into the arrangement, but I think this is fine. I said I'm gonna use this original loop as an intro because I want to use this Redux transition to turn this track actively into chiptune. I hope this makes sense. It will make sense in a minute. And then I also have an idea what to do now for the transition. I hope I won't get sued by Nintendo for this. I just had an idea. I'm just gonna do some noises like, wait, is my... Ah, perfect. You know how if you play one of these old cartridges, like something like this, great game by the way, one of my favorites, you always have to do... I think I'm gonna sample this. I'm a genius. I'm an absolute genius. Yes, I think this is a great idea. I'm having fun. Game over. Game over. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it in like this, completely dry. No, I think I can make this sound a little bit cooler.
Game over.
I think this is fine. I think I also need some sounds like... oh my god. But I think this is a fun track, so now, for now... Oh my god, this is gonna be so stupid. One of these is gonna be my death sound.
Game over.
Jesus Christ. This dude is dying. Holy sh**.
Game over.
The first one was the best, I think. I think I need a little bit more transitions. I mean, I still have 11 minutes. I want these crazy arps. I'm just experimenting a little bit right now. I mean, I still have 6 minutes. Yeah, this is what I want here. Definitely. Okay, what else can I do? Like, I have 2 more minutes. Maybe do something in the intro? Yeah, honestly, I have no idea what I should do now. It's 25 seconds. I'm pretty much finished with the track. I'm pretty happy, I think. I think this went pretty well. Yeah, let's have a listen. I really enjoyed this one. Like, this was pretty fun. Definitely an idea I can develop. Like, I sometimes put out game SFX sounds on itch.io, and I definitely want to also release some free music there for people to use in their games. I think this could work. It's kind of funny that I finally got to make like a crossover between my main stuff, which is making music, and one of my largest hobbies, which is playing video games. Yeah, let me know what you thought of the track. I've already made a bunch of these challenges, like this is episode 5, so you can watch these if you want. Thanks for stopping by. Maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.